It is Friday morning. Not yet 7. The alarm went off 20 minutes ago, but she has not moved. She is lying in bed staring at the ceiling, doing what she does every other Friday, before her feet hit the floor. She opens her banking app. She moves $50. Not what is left. Not whatever survived the fortnight. 50. She has done this every single payday for 16 months. Same amount. Same silence. Same account nobody else knows exists. Her name is Maya. She is a primary school teacher. She takes home $2,250 a month. She has no wealthy family, no inheritance, no side business making thousands while she sleeps. Just a teaching job, a tight budget, and one decision she makes every other Friday morning before the rest of the world wakes up. And that decision has put her 3 full months of survival ahead of her own life. 3 months. On $2,250 a month. While the people around her, same salary, same bills, same everything, are still living payday to payday, wondering where the money goes. The difference between Maya and everyone else is not income. It is one rule. 3 moves. $50. And by the end of this video, you will have all of it. Let me take you back to the beginning. 18 months ago, Maya's financial life looked very different. Same job, same salary, same tight budget, but no rule, no system, no account nobody else knew about. Just the same quiet exhaustion that comes with living too close to the edge for too long. She knew the price of everything she bought regularly, without ever having to look. She checked her balance the way some people check the weather, not because she wanted to, because not knowing felt worse than knowing. One Wednesday evening, she sat at her kitchen table with a bill she had not been expecting. $85. She spent the next 40 minutes working out how to fit it into a month that had no room for it, moving numbers around like furniture in a room that was already too small. 40 minutes for $85. And when she finally worked it out, she sat back and thought about what she had just done. What happens when it is 400? What happens when it is 800? What happens when I cannot make it fit? That was the night she admitted something she had been avoiding for a long time. One missed paycheck and everything falls. Something had to change. Not her salary, her system. Maya's father had delivered mail for 24 years. Same streets, same route, same early starts. Maya once asked him how he stayed consistent for that long without burning out. He thought about it for a moment. He said, "I do not deliver a route. I deliver to the next house. The route is too long to think about all at once. The next house is always the right size. 24 years of next houses and behind me, the whole route done." Maya sat with that for a long time. She went home and looked at her failed savings attempts. All 3 of them had the same problem. A large number at the end. A monthly demand she could not sustain. She had been trying to deliver the whole route at once. What she needed was the next house. And that is where the $50 payday rule begins. The $50 payday rule has 3 moves. The brick, the conversion, the ceiling. Move 1, the brick. A brick is $50. 1 brick is the only unit your savings are allowed to exist in. Not a yearly target, not a percentage, not a number on a spreadsheet that makes you feel behind before you have even started. 1 brick. Here is why this matters. Large goals kill small habits. When you look at $15,000 from a balance of 0, the gap between those 2 numbers does all the talking. Your brain sees distance, not progress, just distance. And distance is not motivating. It is paralyzing. The brick removes the large number from view completely. Maya sat down and found her real survival number, not her comfortable number. Her stripped, honest survival number. Rent, utilities, groceries, transport, phone, nothing else. It came to $1,800 a month. A full year of survival, $21,600. She divided that by 50. 432 bricks. She wrote that number down once, closed the notebook, never looked at that page again. From that day forward, her entire savings life was one automated action. Every other Friday morning, before anything else, before the day pulled her in different directions, one brick, $50, moved automatically into a separate account. The decision happened once, on the day she set up the transfer. The machine handles every Friday morning after that. Move 2, the conversion. The payday brick is the heartbeat, steady, consistent, always $50. The real building happens when money appears from anywhere outside the regular paycheck. Maya canceled a streaming service she had not opened in 4 months. $11 a month. Under the rule, freed money does not drift back into general spending and disappear. It converts. Within 24 hours of being freed, one brick placed straight into her savings. Her tax refund arrived, $730. She had 24 hours. Remember, one brick is $50. $730 divided by 50 is 14 bricks. Within 1 day, that refund became 14 bricks. $700 transferred straight into her savings. The remaining $30 stayed in her account. Counted, transferred, gone before her brain could find a reason to spend it. An extra tutoring session on a Saturday, 2 bricks. A birthday gift in cash, 1 brick. This is how a $50 habit builds at a $250 pace, without the paycheck changing by a single cent. Why 24 hours? Because money sitting in your account for more than a day starts to feel available. The brain begins to treat it as spending money. The 24-hour window captures it before that happens. Move 3, the ceiling. This is the most important move of the 3, and it is the one nobody expects. Under the $50 payday rule, you are never allowed to save more than $50 in a single decision. Not ever. Even on a good month when you have extra money. Even when a bonus arrives and you feel like going big. $50. Always $50. Why would you limit yourself on a good month? Because of what happens on a bad one. Think about how most savings plans work. Good month, you feel motivated, you put in $300. Bad month, something happens, you can only do $50, and compared to $300, $50 feels like failure. That feeling of failure is what kills the plan. It makes you think, what is the point? I am not keeping up, and the transfer stops. The ceiling removes that comparison entirely. There is no good month and bad month. Every month is $50. On a strong month, $50. On a difficult month, $50. That is the whole point. When every month is the same amount, there is nothing to feel guilty about on a bad month. No comparison, no falling behind, no reason to quit. That is why the plan survives when everything else has failed. Maya had a colleague named Tara. Same school, same years in. Take home within $30 of Maya's every single fortnight. 16 months ago, they talked about money in the staff room over lunch. Both of them were tired of the same quiet financial stress. Both of them decided that week to start saving. Tara did what the internet told her to do. She set up an automatic transfer for $300 a month. It felt like the kind of thing people who have their finances together do. Month 1, she made it. Month 2, she made it. It felt like a new version of herself was finally arriving. Month 3, a car repair came out of nowhere, and the $300 came back out. Month 4, the guilt of month 3 made it impossible to restart at the same level. She quietly canceled the transfer. No announcement, no decision made out loud. Just a transfer that stopped. She tried again 3 months later. Same amount, same conviction, same result by month 3. She is on her 3rd attempt now. Tara never sat down and worked out what she actually needed to survive. She just picked $300 because it felt serious. And for 2 months it was. Then one difficult month arrived. The money came back out. And that withdrawal, that one moment of going backwards, created a shame she could not recover from. She did not quit because she was weak. She quit because the number was never hers to begin with. It was just a number that sounded right. Maya's $50 came from a calculation, from her real survival number divided by 50, from a number that belonged to her life, not someone else's idea of discipline. That is the difference. Maya has 3 full months of survival saved. $5,400 sitting quietly in an account nobody else knows about. Built without changing her salary by a single dollar. Same school, same salary, same lunchtime conversations 16 months ago. One system between them. If this is changing how you think about money, subscribe to Marcus Finance now and turn on your notification bell, because you might not find this channel again. You do not want to miss the next video. Now, why 50 is the right number? People always ask why 50. Here is the honest answer. $20 is so small, most brains do not register it as real saving. 150 is large enough to create real anxiety on a tight income. 50 sits exactly in the middle, large enough to feel like something real is happening. Small enough not to become a source of stress. It is the number that sits in the part of your brain that says, I can manage this. But the amount is not the real reason this rule works. The real reason is what it does to your identity. Most people carry a story about who they are with money. That story usually sounds like this. I am bad with money. I always spend everything. I have tried before and it never worked. That story runs on automatic. And as long as it does, every financial decision follows it whether you notice it or not. The $50 payday rule does not argue with that story. It replaces it with evidence. Every time that $50 moves and stays where it went, you are writing a different story. I saved this fortnight. I have been saving for 6 months. I am someone who builds things. Evidence builds slowly. The $50 payday rule is not just about saving money. It is about buying yourself the mental space to think clearly about money for the first time. Month 13 for Maya. Her car needed new brakes. The quote from the mechanic, $290. She called him. He fixed it. She paid. And it was not until she was driving home that evening that she noticed what had not happened. No spiral. No kitchen table arithmetic at midnight. No restructuring of the entire month around one bill she had not planned for. 5 bricks came off a wall that had months of survival behind it, and the wall absorbed it completely without flinching. She told her sister later, "It was the most expensive, unbothered afternoon I have ever had." That is the real product of the $50 payday rule, not the $21,000. The unbothered afternoon, the quiet. A wall does not have to be finished to start working. Maya had her first full month of survival saved by month 5. Month 5 was the month the Wednesday night kitchen table sessions ended. The year is the destination. The panic dies long before you arrive. If your income is genuinely below your survival number, if the maths is negative before a single brick exists, the $50 payday rule is not your first move. Income is more hours, a second source, a better rate. A savings habit does not fix an income gap, and pretending it does is exactly the kind of advice this channel was built to not give you. And where your bricks live matters. Use a high-yield savings account, not a regular bank account paying almost nothing. At around 4%, your savings grow quietly on their own while you are doing everything else. Eventually, the wall starts building itself. 3 things before you sleep. 1. Find your real survival number. Rent, food, transport, utilities, phone, nothing else. Add them up. Multiply by 12. Divide by 50. Write that number down once. Put it away. Do not look at it again. 2. Open a separate account tonight. Not the one you already use. A fresh account, 0 balance. Give it a name that means something. The wall. 3. Set the automatic transfer before you sleep. $50. First transaction of every pay cycle. Automatic. Not manual. Automatic. Willpower runs out by Friday afternoon. A standing transfer has never had a bad week. And when $50 starts feeling small, increase it. Not on a hard month. On a strong one. 50 is the floor, not the ceiling. It is Friday morning. Not yet 7. Maya moves $50 before her feet hit the floor. No announcement, no celebration. One brick, same as always. In the same staff room, Tara is drafting a new savings plan around a number that will not survive March. Same salary, same school, same lunchtime conversation 16 months ago. One system between them. The $50 payday rule will not make you wealthy overnight. It will not pay off your debt by itself. It will not fix everything. But it will do something those things cannot do for you. It will prove, not to anyone else, to you, that you are capable of building something. That money does not have to disappear the moment it arrives. That you are not trapped in the pattern you have been living inside. Someone started this rule with nothing saved. 11 months later, they had $550 in an account they had never touched. Then something broke. They paid for it. In cash. From their own savings. Without borrowing from anyone. Without panic. Without a single night of kitchen table arithmetic. They said it was not about the money. It was the first time in their adult life that something went wrong and they did not go backwards. That is the prize. Not the total. The stability. The quiet. Finally, consistently, forward. If this changed how you think about money, subscribe to Marcus Finance now and turn on your notification bell because you might not find this channel again. You do not want to miss the next video.